Hi guys, it's Sarah from I Swear I'm Stitching. Today is September 15th, 2023. This is Flosstube number 69. Hopefully my phone stops friggin' sliding down. I've had to restart this a bunch of times. But this is a Flosstube about cross stitch. I also knit and sew quilt, but I don't have either of those to show you. Yeah, so let's dive. Oh, if you're new, hi. This is how it always is. If you're coming back, you know, it's good to see you again. I'm going to jump right into my finishes because that's what I was talking about when I had to restart. I have two finishes, one in person to show and one not in person to show. So I keep looking at my doorknob and my camera on my phone to see if it's sliding. Anyways, so for my September smalls, last Friday, I started The Lovely Mermaid, and I finished her. So this is The Lovely Mermaid by Stitchy Princess on Etsy and Stitchy Princess Black on Instagram. It's on 32 count opalescent white Lugana. I use DMC, Forbidden Fiber Co., Bestitch Me, and Classic Colorworks 2/2. There she is. Can you kind of see the shininess? That's like super shiny fabric. And yeah, classic Sarah. I could have moved her over a bit more this way and then had some more fabric left over here. But once I trim it, it should be enough for like a small, like a quirky Quaker or something. Gosh, I had arm surgery, but I swear to God. Anyways, okay. Here she is in all her beautiful glory. I love her so much. She's so pretty. I stitched her up super quick because it was so addicting stitching her hair and her tail. That is the Forbidden Fiber Co. Oh, I can't remember the name of the thread. And then the Classic Colorworks is the under hair, and the Bestitch Me is the squids and the skin. But yeah, so I did the squid and then jumped right into the mermaid, and she whipped up. I don't want to say fast. I just want to say I was addicted to stitching her, so I worked on her like solidly. Look, the cute little crab. Anyways, but I'm not gonna lie. I finished her, and then I literally spent an entire day picking her up and putting her down. No other stitching. I think I did some knitting that day, just to finish these squid. I hated those squid. Not actually doing them worked up fine, but the fact that they're way over here and working on lining them up to make sure they were lined up, like, it killed my brain. Like, it shouldn't have been as hard as my brain was making it. And every time I finished two, I was like, oh, I gotta figure out where to put the other two. And it was just, yeah. And I kind of wish they were in more so that she wasn't so big. I thought about making her into a pillow, but now she's like, that'd be a big ass pillow for my dough bowl. So now I'm gonna frame her. Plus she has the squares. And the way I'm holding her, in the camera, the squid don't look like they're lined up. But I know they're lined up because I like quadruple checked that they were lined up. Anyways, there she is. She's so gorgeous. God, that hair. I love that hair. My lighting is awful. Her skin is coming out really, when I move her close, her skin, that color from Stitch Me, that silk, is coming out really dark. Back here, it's better. She's lighter. She has a stumpy hand, though. Look at that. This hand, because it's holding the shell, I guess, has a line, I think just one more extra row. And I thought about popping an extra row onto her hand, making her look less stumpy. But you know what? I kind of like her stumpy. Not everyone's perfect. Some people are stumpy. That sounded wrong. You know what I mean. I like it. I'm going to keep her with her weird looking arm. Yep, so that's one finish to add to my giant finish box. God, it's so shiny. I should have enough for a small. Should. God knows what it'll be, but I should have enough for a small. And then my second finish is my friend has to put her dog down today, my work wife. And I was going to make her this to give to her today because she's bringing the dog to the vet a little early so I can drive over and say goodbye to him. He's also a beagle like mine, and he's the sweetest dog. His name is Dog. But then on Tuesday, she stopped by here to drop off a square for me to fix the quilt I made her, quilt top. Anyways, so Monday I was like, well, if she's coming over tomorrow, I'll give it to her tomorrow. And I was like, well, I have to start it. So I literally, in less than 24 hours, stitched this Mill Hill, and this picture is awful. I just now realized it's blurry as all hell. It's supposed to say Joy, but I changed it to say Dog because her dog's name is Dog, Mr. Dog. But I made that for her. And I stitched so fast and concentrated so much on it that I put a hole in my finger. Because I stitch, you know, stab and poke, stab it, whatever, like that. So pushing my needle back up the bottom, I poked a hole through my finger. It got better, but it's Mill Hill. I believe it's called Santa Paws, and it's supposed to say Joy, and it's supposed to have like a heart charm in the middle, but I used the heart charm for my version of this that I did last year. And yeah, there it is. I had enough, you know, Mill Hills are great because they just call, so I just grabbed the DMC that was called for, and I had enough red beads left to do the red, and then I saved my beads, and I had just like, I was like 5 or 6 short on the green beads, but I had them in another kit, so I grabbed them out of there. So I gave it to her on Tuesday. And when I go to see her and Dog today, before he has to be put down, I got her a bag of candy. One of her favorite candies to, you know, stress eat. But yeah, so those are my FOs. And then my whips this week, let's see what I work on. I worked on Al Forster Embroidery's Monster Wonder Whale. It's on 32 count, and that came in the kit. And I use the hand dyes that's in the kit, and it's 2/2. And I love this project so much. If you get their kits, I don't know if you can anymore because, you know, the whole fucking Russia thing. The fabric was really quite, like, to get it in my Q-snap comfortably, I added sewed fabric to the ends. The tops, the margins are not as bad for me. I didn't need to add fabric. But anyways, so what did I work on? I worked on this. That might have been it. I didn't work a lot on this one this week. Well, I was kind of busy working on that mermaid and the dog paw. But, oh, it's so cute. I love this so much. It is so addicting to stitch. It is so pretty. Still, my favorite part is this part. I love that part of the whale. And there's his head. And yeah, I'm paranoid that his head, the margins are going to be tight. But, because that little house, oh my God. That little house is right there. So there's all that part of the whale to go. Yeah, so if I do have another kit. I have the dinosaur kit. And I was like, should I use the fabric that came with it? Or should I get my own bigger fabric? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I don't know if you can hear my dog snoring. But yeah, I love it. I can't wait to get it back on the Q-snap and work on it some more. And then I worked on my Snorri Beagle. The what's this called? The Star Spangled Shawl by Michelle Palmer. It's from the Punch Needle Primitive Summer 2022 magazine. And it was originally a punch needle, but with her permission, K.E. Lee 10 Stitch, my friend, made it into a cross stitch pattern for me. And I'm using Fangirl Fibers, 32 count linen, and DMC, and Gentle Arts, like I'm using, I hate this fabric. It's not that bad to stitch on, but it was disappointing to get. And that's why I'm using it for full coverage, because it's not my, it's, like I said, it's not bad to stitch on, but man, is it stiff. But anyway, that's why I'm using it for full coverage, because it's basically a full coverage piece. I had to frog out a bunch of stuff here last week, so I lost my mojo on this project. So I've just been filling in that white, and I extended out that red. That's all I did on this. And this is all DMC. And this is DMC. It's one of their variegated colors. And then the whale is going to be stitched in, because he's big and beautiful, he's going to be stitched in the General Arts Fisherman's Wharf, which is appropriate. So, and he'll pop in right, where's his mouth pop in at? Where does his mouth pop in at? I think right above here is when where he starts. It kind of matches that color a little bit, but not too much. If I don't like it, I have some other beautiful hand dyes I can make my whale. But yeah, I'd lost my mojo on that one because of all the ripping, so it did not get worked on very much. Even when I spun my little wheel to see what I was working on that day that wasn't a mermaid or a dog paw. Yeah, there it is. I mean, it's gonna be super pretty. I'm gonna love the hell out of it. And then the one I worked on the most this past week, width-wise, was my Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. A lot of huh. And we all know what that looks like when it's done, but I'll show you anyways, because everyone and their mama is doing Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow, and they should, because it's a great pattern. But that's what it's going to look like when it's done. And I worked on, well, I've got my thread, oh my gosh. I got my thread to finish, oh, it's so pixelated, the mermaid square. So I did that, and then I've been working on the train square with the ghosts. And we all know I name things. So I was watching a lot of Stargate, and I named my ghosts because, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Stargate, I shouldn't, they're so old, I shouldn't have spoiled alert, but since they're ghosts, I named my ghosts after dead people from the show. So it's Kowalski, Frasier, and Jacob. If you know Stargate, you know those characters. Dr. Frasier, Major Kowalski, and Jacob. All right, so this is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow by Carrot Shaft Samplings. It is on 18 count Ada by To Die For Fabrics in Ashen Tan. And it is 1/1. I'll show you the full piece. And that's the mermaid block I finished, the blue finally. And my mermaid is Una, and my skulls are Bill and Ted. And then there is the pattern, the square I'm currently working on, which I feel like I made a lot of progress on, because I don't know, just it felt like it. But then when I look at the pattern and look at that, I'm like, oh, I didn't really make that much progress. But I'm chipping away at those stones. Look at my little owl. Oh, so cute. A little snake. Love that moon. I want to say it's a boring block because it's a lot of brown, but it's actually not very boring. I quite am enjoying working on that block. I love that green. Such a pretty green. Yeah, so this is, again, another one I'm addicted to. Like, I don't want to stop stitching this. I love this one. This one is still going to be on my rotation. I may take out Star Spangled Shawl because it's so stupid. I rip out stuff all the time, but it was so, like, disappointing that I'm still, like, when I stitch on it. So, I don't know. We'll see. I got some stuff lined up. I spun my little spinny wheel. Where is it? For my, oh no, did I not bring it? For my September smalls for this week, for today, this morning I was up early and I started and I spun my wheel and it chose the Whale Tail by the Fragments in Time Whale Tail. One second, I think I left it on my desk. I did. I found it. I'm so sorry. Left it on my desk because I was working on it. Oh, okay, sorry about that. So it is the Tales from the Sea, Fragments in Time, 2021, #1. I wish it had like just called it Whale Tail or something. But it's Summer House Stitch Works. This is what my little spinning wheel spun up. And it is on 32 count linen by Fangirl fibers in some unknown stupid color, and using DMC and Classic Colorworks 2/2. I chose the Fangirl fibers again because it's basically a full coverage piece. There's just a tiny bit of fabric showing up here and in the waves. So this is like a greeny, bluey, gray color. But look, I got the little tail started. Well, I guess done. I got the little tail done. Started on some waves, filled in a little bit of sun. So it's DMC except for the whale tail, and then like the blue, basically the border. That called for it calls for Weeks Dye Works, and then gives the DMC color alternative. Thank you. Thanks myself. You're welcome. But the only only color I had was blue beadboard by Classic Colorworks on the list. So I used DMC. I'm using blue beadboard, which is light blue, which will be under the waves. And then for the whale tail and the border is supposed to be Gunsmoke. Nope, Gunmetal, which is like more blacky gray. But I used Smoke from, I don't have it, I'm not getting it back up, from Classic Colorworks. So that's why it's darker here, because it's more of a blue black, I think, and mine is more of a, actually, and this lighting, it does look pretty good, pretty dark. Oh, anyways, a Smoke. So there we go. I'll be working on this the rest of the day, and then next Friday it'll either be, what's left, the Wave or the Quirky Quaker Pig. I keep saying pigs. So we'll see what comes up. Then next Friday I have to go get my kid from college. So I might leave early because she has an event. So I might leave early and like hang out at a coffee shop and do some stitching. Sorry, my kid's texting me that she's spending money that she doesn't have. Ah! Okay, anyways, those are my whips. And then my plans were the whale tail. I started that already this morning, so that's been started. What else do I have? What else do I have? I forgot to give the giveaway. Oh my god, I didn't want to get back up. I'm so sorry, you guys. This is ridiculous. Why do you put up with this? I don't even know what I have to give away. Okay. So sorry, guys. I'm back. I didn't even write the winner's name down on a piece of paper. I wrote it in my little bookie. All right, here. All right, so for last week's giveaway for my September smalls was a small corner gauge and some Stitch Me, and I did the little random YouTube comment thingy, and it picked Erin S. So Erin, you can email me at isweariamstitching@gmail.com. You can DM me on Instagram at Eat My Oxygen, or there is a Happy Mail form in the description that you can fill out your name and address and all that fun stuff. You may already have. I haven't looked yet. I apologize. I just drew this. And I will if you've already filled that out, I'll just mail it to you when I can, which should be soon. And then this week's giveaway, second verse, same as the first. I have another corner gauge that I bought for myself and never ever used. This one is more clearly a corner gauge because see, it's got the inches on it. But look how pretty that is. Where did I get that from? I have no idea. But look how pretty that is. I know I got it on Etsy somewhere. And because I just don't use silk a lot, so I have a lot of silk to give away. Because I was in the Bestitch Me, we used to get her boxes and she always puts silk in. They don't use a lot of silk. So it's more Bestitch Me silk and Gaia, which is this gorgeous blue, green, purple. Can you see the blue, green, purple? So for this one, say corner. You know, we know the routine. I'm not a creeper. I want to be a creeper. You don't want me to be a creeper. So be 18. Give me your address, either in the Happy Mail form or send it to me when you win. I'll go anywhere in the world. I don't care. It's small. It shouldn't cost me too much to ship this. Like I said, they're smalls. Be 18. Address. Don't say free. Don't say giveaway. If it gets lost in the mail, sorry. This isn't like this is just for fun. All right, corner. What else do I have? What else do I have? What else do I have? Okay, so I have plans. And I'm basically copying Janet Jabber. What are my plans? So she has had for a while now her seasonal queens from Mirabilia, and this year I was trying to knock out my kits and the things I had kitted up in my kit drawer, and I realized I had like 5 that I hadn't done yet, and it's September. So I was like, you know what? I may not start a couple right away if I do the seasons, but at least they'll be planned and ready and I'll be working on them, if that makes any sense. Anyways, okay, blah, 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 blah. So I decided to do my own queens, my own fancy ladies for the season. So Janet Jabber, like the start of fall, she whips out her fall queen, works on it till start of winter, whips out her winter queen. So I decided to have my own queens, my own ladies of the season. And these are the ones, these are 4 of the 5 I had kitted up. One of the other ones I have kitted up is Baba Yaga, but she's not in this pile. If Witches wins the October poll theme, whatever, I can't do words, she'll be put into the spinny decision maker to see if she's one of the projects that start in October. But anyways, these are the 4 I had left, and I went. They're already kitted, like everything but except like maybe some of the DMC, like the fancy flosses, the beads, the fabric, all that fun stuff. So for fall, I'm going. See, that's the thing too. I'm not sure if I want to start this month because I'm starting all those starts in October, or if I want to wait till December, start for the winter, and that way I can that way basically starting for next year because winter's so close to the start of the year. You know, I'll do that. So I'm gonna start. Already decided. Boom. Gonna start with winter. All right. Something. Okay. Sorry for that. So for winter, I'm gonna start my Mirabilia at the Met. Oh, I love her so much. But yeah, I have all the beads, the fancy flosses. I think I just have to get her DMCs. But my question is fabric. Now, it came with the Witchell Linen Milk Chocolate, which is what she's on. And she's gorgeous and she pops on that, but I really don't like that. She's just too fabulous for this boring ass brown. So I had set aside this fabric like a month or so ago, but I don't know. I think, you know what? I think I'm gonna do it. It's Neptune 32 count linen from Bestitch Me. So she's got a lot of blue in her, but the blue is surrounded by other colors like the black. So I think she'll pop. My only concern is that some of these blue beads might blend in. I'll show you some of the blue beads. Like here's some of the fancy, like that one right there will probably blend in, but I'm pretty sure that's inside the dress where it's black. So let's see. Like my biggest concern would be these beads which have the most. You see that color bead? Pretty close. And those are like on the bottom of her dress, which actually, even on this, you can't see that well. Like the bottom of her dress and inside the dress. I think a few like dangling down. So it might blend in a little bit, but you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So that bead right there. I think I'm gonna do around that blue. See, this is why sometimes it's fun to do a floss tube, because I sat here and hemmed and hawed, like when I got these all out to show you and to figure out which seasons I was gonna do what, and I was like, maybe I should just do it on the brown, because you know what? She's on the brown. I fell in love with her on the brown. She pops on the brown, but I really don't like the brown. But like talking to you guys, I decided, yeah, I'm sticking with the blue like I wanted to do. The beads don't pop, you know what? I'm okay with it. They don't pop. So she's winter. Thank you, Janet, for letting me steal your seasonal queens. And now I have to put that in my fabric stash. And then for spring, I'm doing Bella Filipina Lacapati. I'm sorry. Oh, she's gorgeous. I wanted that fabric. I didn't get that fabric. Instead, I got, I'll show you. See, I don't have her DMCs kitted, but I have like, which is fine because I don't need to keep buying the same DMCs. Look at those colors. Oh, look at those water lilies. So pretty. I don't know why I'm bothering. They're not going to show. And then her bead pack. And then I went with, what is this fabric? .32 count Moss Belfast linen from Picture This Plus. At first I wasn't happy. I wanted more of a, like this is like a greeny, browny, reddy color, her fabric. But the green, this green is pretty darn close to that green, minus the red, brown splotches. But I kind of wanted a more grass green. So when this came, I put it in and I was like, yeah, maybe. But you know what? I do like it. It's right about there. I think it's the most accurate. And that's not very accurate. It's still, it is more green. Like it's coming out more browny green on the screen, but it's definitely more of a green. Oh, that was not good. Yeah, you guys aren't going to be able to tell. Showing colors, it's a hard thing to do. But that's what I'm going to put her on. And I think she'll just pop on that. So excited about that. Like I said, I hemmed and hawed over her for a while because I wasn't sure about that green, but I think it's basically a pretty damn close to that green. So she is my spring start. And just like Janet Jabber, I'll work on them throughout that season and then switch. And then for summer, I'm doing my Mermaid of Salem Bay by the Primitive Hair. I think I had trouble getting one of her fancy flosses a while ago, but I think it's been a while since I've looked in here. I think I finally got them all. Let's see, I've got Cornflower, Freedom, Blueberry, Mountain Mist, Cornflower, Blueberry. Yep, okay, so I have her overdyed. I don't know if that's enough. I only got one of each. There's that, and then where's her beads? Oh, like her tiny little bead pack. Ooh, shimmery. I forgot that there were pearls. Oh, pearls. And this came with, except for the fancy floss I had to get, came with the fabric, which is the super, super pretty and super neat. What is that called? What's that fabric called? Pirate's linen. Look at the pirate ship. I mean, that's a huge part of why I want to do the project. You know me, I love mermaids. She's gorgeous. And there's a fucking pirate ship. Now, gosh, I hope I can. I'm very stressed about lining that up. Lining her up with the pirate ship. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do the words, the Mermaid of Salem Bay. I may not do the words. I may leave the words off because I don't really feel like I need the words. I don't really care about the words. So if I do the words, it'll be last because that is something I am up in the air on. So she is my summer start. Sorry guys, I get all my stuff back together. And then for my fall start, which reminds me, I have to write someone's name down. All right, I am doing another Mirabilia. This is Cathedral Woods Goddess. Oh, she's one of my favorites. Look at her. She reminds me of a D&D druid. And I am just using the, oh no, I'm gonna sneeze. Jeez, excuse me. Whew. I'm using the fabric that came with it, which is the 32 count Country French Latte Linen. See, that's a much nicer neutral. I like that neutral. And it feels better than the other Witchell was super, super stiff. This is nice. So yeah. And I have, she came, oh my gosh, my back. All kitted up for like Christmas. So she's got like DMCs, all her beads, fancy flosses. I don't even know what that is. Whenever my mom got it, came with a needle, that shimmery stuff on bobbin. Krynic. Oh, there's a few of them on bobbins. Huh. There's a beading needle and everything. And I have my skin conversion from Julie of Kansas City Girl in Colorado World. She darkened her skin tone on hers and it was stunning. And I think she got the conversion from someone else. I'm sorry, I can't remember. But I asked for it and she sent it to me. Darken her skin up a little bit, make her gorgeous, gorgeous. I mean, look how, you can't even tell she has arms because they didn't blend in with that fabric. Yep. So, and she is my fall queen. So if I wasn't doing stuff for October, if I wasn't doing October starts, then I would start the fall. But since I'm doing October starts, I'm going to start with winter. So in December, you will see me start at the Met. Oh my boy, I got a lot of stuff piling up over here, guys. I also have plans for next year for stitch-alongs, but I'll talk about that another time because this is a lot of planning going on. I've been spending a lot of time going through my stuff, planning, organizing, cleaning, throwing away, purging, donating. So that's why I'm not going to live to be 110. So I want to stitch these projects, so I need to start them. It's okay if I have a lot of whips. Who cares? They're there to work on, and it feels nicer having them started than having them just languish in my stash. And so I mentioned my Baba Yaga. She's the only other kitted thing I have left in my kit drawer. So now she's been moved to my possible Halloween October starts. So for next month, next week, next Friday, I will close my poll. Sorry, my nose is itchy now. Of what I should work on next week. Next month. I want to start 5 projects every, what does the first fall on? Starting on the 1st and then every week after. It's not going to tell me, is it? I don't know. When does the 1st? When does, I don't have a camera. I don't have a wallet. I don't have a calendar. Okay. Anyways, starting on the 1st, I want to start a new start, and then every week after for 5 weeks, so 5 new starts. I want to start new projects at night because I have, again, a lot of patterns just waiting to be worked on. So I have themes picked out, and you can vote on what you want to see me work on in the description box. The options are Edgar Allan Poe, witches, ghosts, Edgar Allan Poe, witches, ghosts, pumpkins, and then general. And whatever wins, I'll let you know right now, witches is in the lead. Next Friday, then I can put all my witch patterns that I have into the random Tiny Wheels decision. Tiny Decisions wheel. Pick 5. That way I can spend the next week kitting them to get ready to start them for October. So go and vote on what you want to see. I have a bunch of witches, Edgar Allan Poe, ghosts, pumpkins, and general. And it doesn't just have to be straight up Halloween. It's basically anything fall Halloween related. Like my pumpkins has just fall, and it has Halloween. Witches generally tends to be a lot of Halloween-y themed, obviously, because they're witches. But anyways, there we go. Go vote. Help me out. Like I said, so far, witches is in the lead. And I did get a package from a friend I'll show you in a moment. And it did have this tiny witch. And I feel like this is just like my sign to buckle down and close the poll and do witches already. But I'm keeping it open for another week. Look how cute she is. She's like my little mascot. She might be my mascot for next month. We'll see. Okay. So I did that. Haul. I'll go ahead and show you. Oh, since we're talking about plans. If you remember last week, I talked about how from watching Pages and Stitches, which is Pages 3 Stitches, she did a tilde pattern, and I went down a rabbit hole of tilde patterns because, like, she has a bazillion that are free. I literally downloaded like 20. And once I get some of this hot mess cleaned up and organized, I want to do a fall runner for my table. It might not start till November, but hey, it's still fall. But I was going to do the Bloomsville Blooming Lantern pattern. I just got the pillows pattern. I have the quilt pattern too, but I just printed out the pillow pattern because it's going to be straight. I'm going to do a runner that's straight like the pillows. But that's what I want in fall colors for my table runner. So tilde pattern. Look how pretty. Oh. So I just have to go through my, this is also going to help me, I think, organize my fabric stash, which is a hot mess. But yeah, so that's my other plan. God knows when. Now I'll do a haul. I haven't got anything I ordered, but my friend Stephanie, hi Stephanie, she doesn't have a Flosstube, but she is on Instagram. I'll link her if you want to check out her Instagram. She sent me a fabulous package. Fabulous. Again, little tiny witch. In a pillowcase, which is over there. It's gnomes and it's fall. I might give it to my bonus child because she loves gnomes. Loves gnomes. So she sent me a big ass stash of like small cuts of fabric for my smalls because, you know, I do a lot of smalls, plus I still have like 35 billion quirky Quakers to do. Look at that. All different sizes. There's linen in here, and Ada, and there's browns, and there's neutrals, and then there's purples and blues, and just perfect for quirky Quakers. Look at that one. I like that one. Is that a Lugana? Oh, I can't tell. Look at that. Look at this. So much goodness. One of these is like a huge count, which I think I might give to my bonus child, let her play with it. And then she sent me some threads. Ooh, 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 ooh. Look at that night stalker. Ah, it's so pretty. Which one's that? Life is not a fairy tale. Look at that. I won't ever order from them, but I am excited to have these pretty fat threads to use. And she sent me the pattern from Stitch North because they sent it to her and it's from Quirky Quaker. No, it's from, sorry, it's from Darling and Whimsy, and it's called Here We May Be Free. I'm not sure why I said it like that. So I can't show you the pattern because it's just it's a pattern, but it's a mermaid's tail and some fish. It says Stitch North on it. I'm going to stitch it for sure because mermaids, and basically it's going to go in my dough bowl. But I'm not going to put the Stitch North on it because obviously I didn't go to Stitch North. And it calls for Land and Sea, which is this one. But I may do it in this one, which I think is called Juneberry? Juneberry? I don't know. Haven't decided yet. And she sent me this pattern, which is definitely going to be added to the witches pile of potential witch starts if witches get called. It is Evanora from Nora Corbett. Oh, look at her. I may have the beads I need for it. I'm not sure. Oh, she's so pretty. I mean, yes, it's mainly black, but I might not do her in black. I may stitch her in a dark overdyed I have. I don't know, she's pretty damn good in that black though. Oh, so pretty. And then she sent me a giant box of makeup samples. I'm gonna keep a couple of these things. I think there's a mascara in there that I'm keeping because I'm all about that mascara and like a little eye thingy. But mostly when I go to pick up my kid. Maybe there's not a mascara. Why do I think there's mascara? I don't know. Anyways, there's a couple things in here I'm going to keep. But overall, I'll be giving it to my my daughter's super girly friend when I pick her up from college because she is very girly and is going to love the crap out of these. I don't know why I thought there was a mascara in here, Stephanie. Probably because I thumbed through it really quickly. Sorry, I was reading stuff. So thank you, Stephanie. What else? That's my haul. That was my gift, my nice gift. Let's see what else. Life, nothing new. I'm getting my kid next week because she wants to come back for our town has a stupid little thing called the Pumpkin Festival. It's just a glorified fair. It's the only point of it is fair food, and we have giant ass pumpkins. What else? That's it. So I'm going to give you a rundown of, I picked out, like I said, during the month, I wrote down all my Flosstubers I watch, and I haven't in alphabetical order, but I just grabbed a random card. So this is basically M's and S's. So I'm not going to tell you why I love them. I just do. I watch them on the regular. Yeah, so if you want to give them a try, people I enjoy, here is a list of 14 of them for the week. There's Miriam from Marooney Crafts. There's Sarah at Mod Cross Patterns. Maxine from Nightmare Before Stitchmas. Kelly at Pages 3 Stitches. It's Pages and Stitches, but it's spelled Pages 3 Stitches. There's Mel from Patchy Pony Stitcher. Amber from Rogue Mama Stitcher. Soph from Soph. Stacy from Stacy Stitches. Erin from Stay at Home Stitcher. Carla at Stitch Me Sane. God, she has such good projects. A lot of full coverage. You know me, I'm not big on full coverage, but she's the one that got me into wanting the wall of women, like big beautiful patterns. Anyways, Jessica at Stitches of Sass. Laura at Stitching by the Shore. Pam at Stitching in the Land of Good Enough. And Megan at Stitching May. That's my 14 for this week. I have 2 more weeks, two more lists. And then starting October, I'll probably list the new ones I've been watching. And I'm all caught up with my faves and my usuals. I've been watching a few new ones and I'll mention them later. That's it. That's all I have for you guys. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for putting up with me. Like I said, thanks for listening to my rambles about my plans. And if you want to win another corner gauge and some silk, then say the word corner. That's the keyword. And I will draw someone for next week. And again, Erin S. If you contact me, I lost it. Or I'll look and see if your name's already in the Happy Mail form down below. I'll get that out to you. Vote on which theme you want to see me stitch in October down below. So I'll start one for 5 weeks, a new project. Right now, like I said, witches is in the lead. There's Edgar Allan Poe, witches, ghosts, pumpkins in general. And that's it. That's all I have for you guys. Thanks so much. And I hope you have a good week. Bye.